Well, on the day of the tornado, we were at the grocery store getting groceries. Our daughter was at the house, got away late, and we decided that we just run over to the grocery store, get us something to eat for dinner. And so we over to the store and didn't think anything was wrong, got back to the house, and our daughter had finally got through to us on the phone, wanting to know where we were at, that the sirens hadn't gone off. Well, we hadn't heard any sirens. We hurried and got the groceries in the house and was putting it away, and I heard a real high-pitched sound and went to the sliding glass door and opened up the door when I heard the siren. And then shortly after that, my wife was in the bedroom, and she hollered that wasn't thunder that she heard, and we met in the hallway and got down in the floor.
I had 2 king-size pillows that we put over us. I'm not sure what I thought that was going to how that was going to help, but anyway, we laid on the floor and we were on the phone with Stephanie and Randall and making sure that they were okay. And about that time, I think I hollered, "We're getting hit by a tornado," and I shut my phone off, which scared Stephanie to death. We laid there and listened to it go over, and I remember saying, "God, please protect our babies," and that was what was most important to me. And little did I know that God was certainly protecting us after we came through the tornado and got to looking around, and it was just like a war zone. I'd never seen anything like it before. So God protected us that day, because we lost lots of friends in the tornado, and it was very difficult after.
When you walk out the door, the aesthetic, the outside appearance of the house didn't look too awfully bad. We thought we'd come through pretty good, and more as time went by, we started noticing things that was going on with the house as far as structure. We got with neighbors to see what they were doing, and one neighbor had pretty much lost their house. Two of the neighbors, one north, one south, they had minor damage, but and I think that's the only reason why the outside part of our house was not destroyed more. A lot of our damage was inside, the supports, the main support girders, the rafters were in pretty bad shape. When the tornado was going across, we were in the hallway, and we were literally bouncing. We could feel the house lift. We could hear it. It's just like a sledgehammer, just slamming it up, picking it up, slamming it down, pick it up, slam it down. And we had our heads covered because we didn't know where we were going, what was going to happen. And then after it finally went by, I stepped to the door against Elaine's wishes to see what was going on, and you could still see the horizontal wind. When I came back to her, you could hear the rafters setting themselves back down on the house. So you could tell that the back half of the house had lifted up, and you could actually hear the rafters settling back down. So we proceeded from there, called our insurance company. We went to our insurance agent, asked for contractors to come by, look at the house, look at it, see if it was structurally safe to live in, which we were told, yes, but all they did was walk around the outside of the house. Everything was said, yeah, you're good. Well, through time and the process of going through appraisers, engineers, we knew that there's something needed to be fixed on the house, but nobody would listen to us. And then that's where we, went through the legal process. We went, 2.5 years. And about a year, Rebuild Joplin contacted us. We did all the paperwork for Rebuild Joplin. And they stayed with us and told us that, when we got everything settled out, that they would be there for us. We got to a point the attorney said, that's, we've done what we can do. We're going to get everything we can get. We're pretty much done. And that's when I called Rebuild Joplin, told them we were done, and that's when the fun began and the process started.
Rebuild Joplin came in and told us that they were ready to start on February 2nd of this year. I can remember being very excited but very apprehensive because, for one thing, it had been over 2 years since the tornado, and we'd waited for so long that, we were just afraid that something would come up and it wouldn't happen. So I was afraid to get too awfully excited, but at the same time, they were going to come in and gut my house and fix it. I've said since the beginning, we had a home. The tornado came through. It made our home a house because we were afraid to be in it. We felt like it was unsafe. And so Rebuild Joplin has come in with all the volunteers and made our house a home again. And so now we're very excited to be moving back in. Through the process, we have met so many people that have totally blessed our lives. Our lives will never be the same, first because of the tornado, but second because of the wonderful people that God has brought into our lives. People who have taken their vacation time and come in and did something for us. I don't have any words. I don't know how to tell you how thankful and how overjoyed we are with the whole process. It's been a long 3 months not living in our house and being in another town completely away from our house. But at the same time, it's been very exciting knowing that when we go in, it's a totally different setup. It's a different house. It's like having a brand new start. I think that the healing process will finally maybe be over instead of just continuing. And so we're really looking forward to that time.
I want to thank several people that come to mind. Number one was Betty Watson. She was the number one person that contacted us at the very beginning. Brittany, I'm not sure, can't remember her last name, but she moved on, and then that's where Sharon came involved. 3 very wonderful ladies that worked with Rebuild Joplin. Mark, which was at that time he was the contractor for Rebuild, which he's been promoted and gone on. He assigned Kyle to us. Was very unsure about Kyle because I didn't know him. I'd had more dealings with Mark, and after we finally got to meet Kyle, wonderful individual, very knowledgeable, and he's had some good site supervisors to work with him, Sarah and Becca. They got big hearts, the love for helping people, and it's like she said, our family's gotten a lot bigger. We will always be a part of those people's lives, and they will be a part of ours, and would be upset if we wasn't.
We met a lot of people, and we're very thankful to all of them. But there are just some certain people, and sometimes I couldn't even remember their names, but each group there seemed to be 1 or 2 people that we just clicked with and got pretty close to. And so we would be excited to see them again and again. They're always welcome in our home. The whole process has been awesome. Very, very rewarding to be able to meet those types of people. Thank you, Rebuild Joplin,
And all the volunteers
who helped to rebuild our home.